I don't think there are many products who can really impress me lately. Most of them, they are, just power banks, jump starters, stuff like that, diagnostic tools. But when Ancel told me about this product, I was like, wow. If the battery is poor on this car, it won't change gears. Things will start to pop up on the dash. Even if you started the car and everything works fine. Now, if this product from Ancel works, well, then it's a game changer. See, this is a jump starter, and this is a super starter. What's the difference, you might ask? See, this is a jump starter which also has a battery inside. The jumper cables through here, you can use it as a power bank or a flashlight or whatever. But the super starter doesn't have any batteries, which makes it super safe on starting your car. Now you might ask, well, if it doesn't have any battery, how does it start a car, or how does it help starting a car? Well, you see, you can find super starters like this, large capacitors capable of starting cars in races. Well, race cars, most of them, they don't have batteries. Instead, they use supercapacitors. And that's exactly what this is. It's a supercapacitor, a super starter from Ancel, and it's called the Ancel Superstarter Engine Starter Battery Booster BS200. Now, I'm going to read something from the manual because this is very interesting about its functions. So this product adopts a new type of supercapacitor engine storage device, which can be installed in automobiles for long-term use. It features low internal resistance and high power density that can release large currents instantaneously. It can automatically take over the car battery for large current discharge during engine startup, enabling instant engine startup. After installing this product, the car battery will no longer need to discharge in large currents, which they are absolutely right about this. So figure this out. If you have a battery, let's say if you're lucky, you will get probably 3-4 years of life out of it. But while using this, if you're taking the load off the battery, well, your car's battery can even last up to, let's say 10 years if maintained properly. Really amazing. It can undergo 100,000 cycles. 100,000. Even if they say they are completely wrong and they can do 50,000 cycles, that's still a lot for the price tag. Regardless of the condition of the car battery, as long as the battery voltage is above 5 volts, this product can operate normally and greatly enhance the reliability of the vehicle. But we will test this out on my workhorse, or my Volkswagen Passat. Hasn't been started for months. I think the battery is absolutely flat and dead. We will check that out. What happens if you connect this to a dead battery? We will check that out later. But first, a couple of things that I want to say. That it comes with a very nice app that we will see a bit later. It can generate logs, startup logs to see fluctuations on the voltage. Now, let's connect it. But before we connect it to the car, I really want to show you how the car starts without it connected and how it starts with it connected, because I'm very curious to see if there's a difference. Yeah. So, a pretty normal start. All right, so let's connect it to the battery. Let's just see what it does. Whoop, we got power on. Let's just monitor and see what it does on this position. I don't like it. Obviously, I will have to figure out a way where to place it, but we will worry about that a bit later. So looks like the app disconnected itself. Let me check the phone. Yeah, we are back online, and as you can probably see, the starter is at 94% and the car battery is at 36%. Well, that is probably because I've just started the engine and then I quickly turned it off. We got the temperature, we got the state of charge of the starter, voltage, and the car battery. So this is the battery, this is the starter, and we got the history as well, devices, and some settings. But let's just see what will happen if we're gonna start the engine. So let's start it again. I'm not sure if it was okay, we got some information. So it says started successful. It dropped to 90%, sorry. So the car battery is probably charging. Still says state of charge 36% on the car battery. Voltage is 14.4. And probably after the battery is going up in capacity, then it will probably start charging the device. Okay, I'll have to admit, using the Superstarter on a good battery and a daily driving car is not that interesting. Yeah, it's nice to see it with the graphs and everything. It's nice to see that it's there and it's kind of helping the battery and with the starting of the car and whatever. But I really want to see it in action, so that's why we're gonna put it to test and to work on real work on my workhorse. This is a 2006 Volkswagen Passat 2-liter diesel engine, and it hasn't been moved here all winter long, so probably more than 3 months, because I've been using the Jeep this whole time. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna flip the camera and I'm gonna try and start it, and I'm gonna try to film this whole thing in one go, just so you see if it's gonna start the battery or not. The Superstarter is not connected. We're gonna get to that in just a bit. So let's just try and start it up. Just find the key. As I was saying, this hasn't been used all winter long, so I'm expecting it to be completely dead. You can see the lights are flashing. It's just clicking, and when I try to start it, yeah, absolutely nothing. So the battery is 100% dead. Now let's go and connect this the Superstarter. There we go. Okay, so you can see the starter is full, and we have the Bluetooth as well blinking, which means that it's good to go to connect it with the Bluetooth on your phone. So let's jump in the car. There we go. So give it a minute to connect. So we have the car battery at 0%. Yeah. The starter is at idle, 86%. Voltage is 8 volts on the car, and it should be a button right here says battery voltage is below 11 volts. It's recommended to use the force start. Okay, so we have a button right there, and then that gives us, I think, 10 seconds to try and start the car. So I'm going to press this now for start. Okay, so after clicking for start the engine immediately. The sooner the better. If it still cannot start, please repeat the operation. So let's try and click it. Okay, we got power. Let's give it a go. Okay, nothing. Okay, starter successful. Well, not quite. Okay, battery is too low. I don't know what's that. Please try again later. Okay, so if the car battery is that low, no, you cannot start it. But as I was saying, this battery is almost completely dead. So I'm gonna try and jump start it with the professional jump starter. Maybe this test was a bit too much for this starter, but anyway, right here it is. Okay, so we are down at 0% state of charge on the starter. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and put a jump starter and see how it goes later during the day when we're gonna drive this car and see what happens then. Right, so I've left the battery on charge for about 4 hours. Hopefully we can revive it. And I've also connected the supercharger right now to it. So let's go into the app and see what we can find. Give it a moment to freshen up. And here we go. We got the starter. I've charged the Superstarter via the USB cable, and now the battery is up to 11%. The car battery is at 11.9, but let's just give it a start and see how it goes. Let me just put the phone right here. Okay, we got power, and let's crank it. There we go. Starter successful. So it says it used 658 amps, discharge ratio. Maybe you can pause that, but I think we can see it right here somewhere. Yeah, you can do a history. So right here. So it used 87% discharge ratio, cranking voltage. So I think it added 10.67 volts. Yeah, and you can see is now the starter is charging. Yeah, so he only used, I don't know how much, 4-5%. Now it's already almost back at 100%, and the battery is charging. I will leave this connected to this car because obviously it's got a very poor battery, and we'll see how it goes in the next few days. Right, a bit of a chilly morning today. We got -2, as you can see. We are all frozen up. Car battery shows 22% and the starter 98%. So let's give it a go, see if we can start it up. The temperature says -5, so let's give it a go. All right, not bad at all. Okay, so last and final test. Here I have this very nice Suzuki Grand Vitara with a 2.4 petrol engine, and I know for certain that the battery is kind of dead. Very weak battery. Also the car hasn't been started for probably a month or so, and we're gonna try and start it now without the starter, and let's just go and give it a turn to see how it sounds. Let me just put you guys right here and outside so you can hear. Yeah, so very heavy start. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect the Superstarter, and we will start it again actually right now. Obviously now that the car has just been started, the battery will be even more depleted, so we will hear how it sounds. Unfortunately I can't do this with just one hand, so just bear with me. Here we go. So the starter, for some reason, it shows that it's at 13%. It should be full, and now it's charging from the battery, which is 0 state of charge. Not quite sure why the charger is empty, because I've charged it, but anyway, it says it's gonna be full in almost 9 minutes. So I'm gonna let it do its thing and see what happens. I'm not sure if it already discharged while I've connected the terminals, but anyway, says the hang on, the voltage on the car battery is at 11.2. So yeah, I'm just gonna give it a minute to charge up, and then we will crank it and see how the engine sounds. Right, so the starter shows it's at 100% right now, so let's give it a start and see how it sounds. Yeah, so we are, the car battery is at 11.3. Let's see how it sounds now. Well, not much of a difference, but definitely sounded a bit better. Let's see what we have here. Discharge current, already disappeared. Okay, I've put the Superstarter back on the Jeep because, and I'll be honest here, I didn't had it plugged in to the Jeep for the last maybe couple of days. Now starting to use another car during the week, and the Jeep is only for weekends. So when I started it this morning, unfortunately I didn't film that, but I've heard it cranking a little bit harder than usual, so it's definitely doing something. But I'm also a bit disappointed that it didn't start the Passat when the battery was in, like, I think you've seen it. How much was it? Like 8 or 9 volts. I'm disappointed that it didn't start, because they are stating that if your car has I can't remember, 6 or 8 volts, the Superstarter should be able to start it. Just a little bit disappointed in that, but other than that, yes, I do feel the Jeep starting a bit better, and you've heard the Suzuki as well. It's definitely doing something. I like the app very much, but I'm gonna leave it here, and you've seen all my tests, so you can make your own decision if it's a good investment or not. But other than that, it's just like one of those devices that you have the peace of mind that it's there and it's doing its job, and in the long term I'm sure that it will save your battery's life. But I'm gonna leave it here. You've seen my tests, so I really hope you enjoyed the video. Any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Probably Ancel will see this video as well, and they can comment, or I can reply for more information. But hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Obviously there are links in the description and the coupon codes as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.